I'm here to help because there's nothing more
than the one next door.
I know you've seen all those fancy commercials for the top apps that people are using to buy a house, but which one is the best and the most accurate? We're going to be finding out today. It's Take a Tip Tuesday. Hi, my name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer. This week we're going to be talking about the apps. Everybody uses them to find a house, but which ones are the best? We're going to be taking the 5 most popular apps, one of them being Zillow.com, Realtor.com, Redfin, Trulia, and Homesnap. We're going to be going through each one of them. We're going to use one subject property, this one right here, and we're going to be going through and seeing if the information, first of all, is accurate. Secondly of all, is the app easy to use? And thirdly of all, does it have any other features that the other apps don't offer that is pretty exclusive and neat for that particular app? If you have any other questions about these apps, make sure you put them in the comment section so I can answer those questions. And if there's any apps that I didn't mention in this video that you'd like me to review in the future, please put that in the comment section as well. I'd love to have a conversation and make a video for you. So let's get into it. Our first app that we're going to be going over is Zillow.com. Everybody's used it on the laptop, and I just want to see how the app works. So we're going to be using our subject property. So we're going to take a look to see if the information on Zillow is correct. So you're going to be following around with me. So I already put in the address, and let's see here. Immediately I noticed at the bottom is the price and the square footage, but it only gives you an estimate of square footage. It doesn't give you the exact square footage, so I'm not really keen on that. Next, it gives you the facts and features. Let's click on the button that says see more facts and features and see what they have in there. And now this is where it gives you the accurate square footage, which is 2,331 square feet. It doesn't give you the estimate. And I do like the fact, look, they give you that virtual tour. I made a virtual tour that goes to the MLS. Let's see if we click on it, if it actually goes to the tour that I created. And it does. It goes straight to it, and you can play it from there, which is good. Okay, and it takes you right back to that to the app, that it's not hard to navigate. I do like the fact that it says you can get pre-qualified, but I strongly suggest taking your advice of your real estate agent or some friends and family when it comes to mortgages. I find that the print on here is a little hard to read. It's very small, and I realize that it is a cell phone, but they can make that print a little bit bolder for people. But you know, all in all, this is a pretty good app if you're just trying to get just some basic information on the house. And they actually break down the monthly cost too, with the principal and interest, the mortgage, insurance, property taxes, home insurance. These are good things to know. The homeowners association fees are incorrect, and I did include in the utilities. So this is not correct. This didn't give all the information right on this particular part when it broke down the payment. So that's something to note. And then it gives you the grade of the schools, which it gives a score from 9 out of 10. It shows you how close it is to the property, which I do like, because everybody wants to know if their kids, you know, or how far the school is, if it's driving distance, and how much time they're gonna have to manage in the morning to get their kids to school. I don't know where this is taking you. Oh, okay. So it's taking you to other schools that are close to this particular home that might have higher grades or lower grades. This is really good information. As far as usability on this one, a scale from 1 to 10, I give it like a 6. I didn't like the fact that the font was so small. I didn't like how you had to click on certain buttons to get to all the information. The other thing is that, you know, the pictures came out good, but it kind of dominated the whole entire screen. You get less information and more visual pictures, and maybe they intended to do that. I also like the fact that they did show the virtual tour. And I like that they gave you other information about how other homes in the area have been selling. So there were some pluses to it, but I don't think it's like a grade A. Woohoo! So let's go look at the next one right now. The second most popular app is Realtor.com. I personally have loved Realtor.com for marketing my homes. It's probably one of my favorite sites as far as a national syndicated site, as far as getting leads for my clients and the information that they provide on the website. But I haven't really messed around with the app. So let's just see how this works. Okay, so it shows the house just like I had presented it on the MLS, the same thing. Okay, and I had to click on that picture in order to get straight to it. I like the fact that it does not get dominated with all the photographs that were taken of the house. You actually can see the information about the house first. I think the very first thing that I noticed right off the bat is the estimated monthly cost is a little bit higher than the one that Zillow.com gave you. But if you remember, when I looked at that app, I said some of the information as far as the taxes, the HOA were incorrect. Look, see, this is what I was saying about Zillow. The font was so small it was hard to read. This is so much clearer and easier to read. Realtor.com got that right. Let's see the other details. The one I'm interested in is if it gives you the virtual tour, because I'm finding that it's very difficult to find the virtual tour on a lot of these apps. Yeah, nope, I cannot find the virtual tour that I have put on the MLS. This is not on the app like it is on the Zillow app. So that's a negative for me on that particular thing. They give you that same information that Zillow did too about the scoring, and it gives you the same grades. You'll see the schools on the map. Oh, I like this. Okay, so there's the subject property. You can see it right there and it's highlighted in red. Right next to it is all the schools that are around there. So it shows you exactly how close the schools are to the subject property. That is smart. I was a fan of the Realtor.com website, but I'm definitely a fan of the app. I think this looks really nice. So the usability on this one, I give it a 9. This is really usable. The reason I didn't give it a 10 is it didn't show the virtual tour. I do like how user-friendly this is. I think this is a more thorough app than the Zillow one. But we have to go through the other apps too. So right now this one's a 9. So this one's gonna stay. Realtor.com is a good app. I just didn't like the fact that they didn't put in the virtual tour. Everybody wants to look at a virtual tour. They want to see you in the house on the inside, not just pictures. The next app we're going to be looking at is Redfin. I know that there's a lot of controversy about Redfin and where they do their practices, and that's for another video. This is about their app, and I've been told their app is fantastic. As a matter of fact, several magazines named it as their #1 app to use for searching for homes and as far as accuracy. So let's go ahead and put it to the test. So it looks a lot like Realtor.com's when it comes up with that top picture, not a bunch of busyness with all the pictures in the background like Zillow. It does give the correct sales price and the correct amount of bedrooms and bathrooms. There's a little button here that says Street View. Let's click that. Oh, Street View is not available for this listing. Okay, well, I'm not really loving this app already. There's a lot of busyness going on. Maybe this isn't optimized for an iPhone, but if you notice, like, all the wording is crammed on there. It is bold and easy to read, but some of it doesn't look right. It wasn't really optimized for the phone. They have the HOA fees correct. All this other information is correct. Let's see if the virtual tour is there. Oh, look, it is. It says media external link. Let's click it. And it does take you straight to that virtual tour. Yep, perfect. So, but it takes you straight out there, but doesn't make it easier for you to go back. So you actually have to click out and go back. I don't like that. I'm trying to get more information about it. Okay, this is a more touchy app. I don't know if I love it. Okay, so their estimate for monthly costs is even higher than the last two. If you remember the one on Zillow, it said it was around $1,700. This one is even higher still. So the principal and interest, it gives you the HOA dues, it gives you the homeowner's insurance. So let's just click the done button. All right, and it sends you back. Oh, it shows you exactly when the house was listed and how quickly it sold, which is nice. Again, it gives you that scoring, which is identical to the last two. Look at the public facts though. There's nothing there. There's no public facts of the bathrooms. Any fun, like, they didn't put any of that in there. I don't know. Okay, a walk score is an 8. Let's see what that is. Walk score of 8. A walk score helps you find the walkable place to live. The walk score is a number of between 1 and 100 that measures the walkability of an address. Okay. Oh, 90 to 100 is a walker's paradise. and ours is at 8. Car dependent. And that is 100% true. We don't have sidewalks here in Louisiana. I wish we did, but yeah, there's no place to walk. There's not a place to really ride a bike. So I actually kind of agree with that. That is a neat feature. And then it gives you the Redfin estimate of the property's value. Their estimate is lower than the other ones in the area. They're saying it's $339. I think these estimates that these apps are giving don't give a good indication of actually a home's value. So if you're concerned or want to know more about your home's value, please check with your real estate agent. Don't depend on any website or apps to give you an accurate estimate of a home's value. They cannot determine a house's condition, a location, the housing around it, the surrounding area. So don't put too much weight on these estimates that these apps give you. It does have usability, which was a lot better than Zillow's, but there were some features I didn't love about it. The font was easy to read, which was good, unlike the first app that we toured. The information looked right, but I don't like how they crammed in some of the stuff where like the words like flopped on to one another. I'm kind of being nitpicky here, but I mean, you do want to be able to read what that is, because I'm like, I don't have that bad eyes. I would say that this app is equivalent to Realtor.com as far as usability and information. I do like the fact they gave you an internal link, and I like the usability. So I'm kind of liking this app a little smidgen more than Realtor.com. I don't know. I'd say they're tied right now. So let's go and take a look at the next app. Okay, now we're going to be looking into the fourth app, which is Trulia. It is a company that is by Zillow, so I'm assuming that the app will be very similar to the Zillow app. But let's just hope that some of the things that were wrong with the Zillow app are repaired in the Trulia app. So let's just take a look. It looks very similar to all the other apps, except for the one thing which I was complaining about is the font size. I noticed right away that the estimated cost for this house as far as a mortgage is way lower than the other two apps, which it's saying it's $1,601. So I'm interested in how they came up with that. I'm assuming that they probably didn't put in the taxes, maybe. I don't know how they came up with that value. That seems off. They did put in the right information, and you can read the font very easily. So already right off the bat, I like the way this looks. Way better. Ooh, look at this. There's a button right here at the top, crime statistics. Ooh, let's click on that. Oh, look, there's 0 crimes. You can click on it. It says assaults, none, arrests. Ooh, vandalism. Oh, this is really good. Oh, and look, you can just scroll right over to schools. But it says that it's the Santa School District, which it's not. Santa schools. It's actually Prairieville schools. So that information is incorrect. Anyways, the details of the house are correct. Ooh, look, they have virtual tour. Unlike Realtor.com, love that. Let's see if it takes it straight to that site. It does. It takes you straight there. Okay, and we're gonna push cancel, and it takes you back to the app, so you don't have to close out one app to open another app. This is, as far as usability, this is really good. Let's see the monthly mortgage. This is how they came up with, see, they estimated the HOA fees less, which those are not correct. And the property taxes and home insurance, they estimated less. So that's why the monthly payment on this is incorrect. This is a good lesson learned for anybody that's thinking that this is exact science when it comes to these things. Always talk to your mortgage lender when it comes to coming up with monthly payments. Don't rely on these apps. All right, let's look at the legal protections. Local legal protections. Okay, do legal protections exist for the LBGT community in a state level in Louisiana? That is really interesting. That's the only app that I've seen that has something like that. So that's an interesting feature. I do like that. As far as a review, I don't like the way that they gave an estimate for how much the house is going to cost per month. I think it's way too low. I think you're getting your expectations set up too high if you think your payment's going to be that low. I think the second thing I don't like about this app is that some of the information on here was incorrect. That's why it's always good to check with your real estate agent when you're looking at these apps to make sure that's correct, because it's saying that's a 1 acre lot and it's not. And it didn't give you the correct schools, so I don't like that. It's easy to read. I like the way it looked. It was easy to use, but the information is super incorrect. Yeah. Nope. The last app we're going to be looking at is Homesnap. It is a real estate app that a lot of realtors use when it comes to helping determine value. So I'm assuming their estimates as far as value of the house are going to be a lot closer than those estimates are. The other thing that this has is that it's directly piped in from the MLS and is supported by the MLS, our MLS. Not all MLSs are the same, so this may not be one that your MLS uses. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it right now. All right. I don't love the fact that as soon as you click on the property, it gives you a smaller like slideshow of the house, and it like blows up the pictures really wide so you can't see the whole entire house. I don't love that part of it. But it does give you the accurate information right off the bat. It's requiring you to sign in, and I don't personally love the fact that you have to sign in to get information. Let's see if we can get some more summary on this. Listing details, let's show more. The main thing I'm looking for on this, other than the fact that it's easy to read, I'm looking to see if they put in the virtual tour. They do not. That is a big disappointment. For me as a listing agent, I think it's very important that if you take the time to make a beautiful listing video for your clients, they should be featured on all of these websites, especially one that's sponsored by our local MLS, because we're trying to get these houses sold for our clients, and that is a big giant disappointment for me. As far as local schools, this is correct. The information is correct, and it gives the exact same scores as all the other apps as well. The 9 out of 10 for Prairieville Primary, the 10 out of 10 for the middle school, and the 10 out of 10 for the high school. So that information has not changed. Property lines. It says walk the property lines. So let's click on that. All right, let's go for a walk, it says. First, head over to the corner of the lot and tap I'm here to start an augmented reality. I don't know if that part's gonna work because I'm in my house, but that's an interesting little extra feature. I like that. That's good to know, especially if you're on a big property. We have lots of them here in Ascension Parish, but all in all, this is not my favorite app. It's easy to use. I don't like the fact that you have to sign in. I don't like the fact that there is no virtual tour. And I do not like the fact that they blur out some information. But all in all, it is a good app. It is accurate. I wanted this one to be my favorite, but it's not. You decide which one you think is the best by this review, and you tell me what you think. I personally have my favorite, and you can probably tell me in the comment section what you think which one is my favorite app, and I'll let you know if you're correct or not. So these were the top 5 apps that people use when searching for a home. Which one was your favorite? Can you guess which one mine was? Let me know in the comments section. If you have any questions about real estate or real estate apps and you want me to make a video, just go ahead and email me at info@yourrealestatewhisperer.com, or you can even leave a comment in the comment section. My name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer for Ascension Parish, and I tell you all this because you matter. Want to watch some more videos about apps? There's a fun one right here. This one's been pretty popular.